Thrill 92.3, Bootleg Kev DJ Hed.
West Coast.
Yes.
All of Brockhampton is here.
Bro.
Woo!
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
God damn it, welcome. All of y'all.
Thank you.
Thank
You know
you.
what I'm saying?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so I guess everybody just quickly run through your guys' name. I mean, for everybody, there's 13 of y'all, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I know some of you guys are more popular than others, but let's get, everybody shout yourselves out and,
Speak loudly.
so we know who we're talking to.
Yo, I'm Kevin Abstract. I put the group together and I rap and direct the videos and stuff like that.
Great videos, by the way, Kevin.
Love, thank you.
Yes,
He's a
yes,
beast.
yes. We do.
True. My actual name is Ian, but
Well, fuck.
Hilarious.
Well, fuck you, Ian.
Hilarious.
My name is Dominic Lennon. I rap, produce sometimes in the group. Mainly vocalist though. On stage doing the jumping and shit.
I'm Romeo. I'm one of the producers in the group.
I'm Jabari. I'm one of the producers in the group.
I'm gonna squeeze in.
This is
my
Matt.
name- Yeah, I'll just cut you off real quick. My name's Joba, artist, producer, and mix engineer.
And the best fucking hair in hip hop.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Facts.
Hell yeah.
Thanks.
Got the Joe Dirt.
Big facts.
Matt, let me get that.
This is Matt Champion, artist in Brockhampton. Hello.
Anybody? You guys make your way through the back. Just scream it out. You know what I mean?
Just yell it out. Yell it out.
This is Merlin
Merlin, there he is.
and I just popped a Red Bull. Woo!
Yeah, y'all kind of passing the Red Bull. Y'all got an endorsement? What the fuck is going on?
No,
It's like, y'all better drink this shit on camera.
Long day.
Are we gonna
It's
kill?
a long day.
It has
Okay,
been a long
all
day.
We got some more people in the back too, but
What's
they
up?
shine.
I'm John. I'm the manager.
There you go.
Yo, the manager's in the group. I respect that, guys.
You go.
Yeah.
No. Bareface. I'm an artist.
You sure? Yeah. All right.
I'm Roberto. I do the websites for the group.
And my name is Kiko, and I'm a producer in Brockhampton.
Hey.
Is that everybody?
One more.
Oh wait, no, this
Can I
guy.
use your mic at this
Yeah,
one?
you go ahead,
All right.
buddy.
I'm HK. I'm the creative director, art director. I do anything that's not music. I be everything visual. That's all me.
Were you offended that I said you look like Chris from Family Guy?
It threw me off because that was the first time I ever heard of that.
I
I
ju-
haven't slept, so I was like, damn, wow. Because I just bleached my hair and it's all frail, and so I was like, wow, he caught that.
It's all good, man. I like the vibe.
Honestly, I respect it. It was great.
Oh, I see it.
Okay. Oh, nice.
With the hair, I get it. Okay.
It threw me off because I was like,
You just gotta
I
find an old man who wants you to mow his lawn and sexually harass you all day.
West Coast.
Jesus Christ, Chris. Anyway, the album Ginger is coming out. You guys, I forget which festival I saw y'all at. I want to say it was either Flogna or Coachella,
It was Coachella, I think you said.
and y'all I think y'all literally shut the whole shit down. I think. Did you guys go on before Kids See Ghosts at the festival?
That was Flog
That
now.
was flogged.
Yeah, man. Listen, and y'all fucking. It was all respect to Kanye and Cudi, the goats. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like y'all just shut the shit down, man. Y'all's live show is crazy.
The fire marshal literally shut it down.
Yo, it was crazy, man.
He's being modest right now. He was ranting and raving about y'all fucking show at Flognaw.
No, at the time I was like, yo, who's your favorite? I was like, yo, Brockhampton. They shut it down.
Hands down.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much, bro.
Everyone's been putting together their top 50 MCs list, and I put together my top 50 groups list and put it on Instagram 3 weeks ago before I knew you guys were coming here. And I put you guys at about 49 or 50, somewhere in there. So I already got you guys up. No, listen, bro, listen. You gotta understand.
He was waiting for
First of all, I put y'all above EPMD, Listen, I'm 33 years old, man.
Hey,
So you
that
guys
means a lot.
I appreciate that.
So you guys gotta understand,
We'll take it.
if I showed you the list,
Yeah.
you'd be like, okay, I see.
Nah, for sure.
There's some legendary rap groups. I feel like you guys are in that conversation already.
Thank you.
Thanks,
That means a
Thank
lot.
you so much.
That really
This-
does mean a lot.
What's the shelf life of the group total? Since the inception? How long?
Well-
Since 2010.
Yeah, I was about to say
2010?
09. That's when you started shouting it out, really.
Yeah.
So 2009, 10-ish, 10 years. I feel like that's fair though to make it already be in the top 50 list.
No.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
That's a
listen.
lot. No, that's
Just based off of your
that's
guys'
amazing.
projects in 2017, the 3 saturation projects were crazy. How when you guys released those in such short amount of time, did you already have all the music done, or was that the first one drops and then you guys knock out the second one? And what was the turnaround time?
It's just chasing the moment, really. We did the first one and it felt right. People reacted to it in a great way, and we just chased that. Yeah. So we did another one and then another one. It was never like the trilogy wasn't planned from the jump or anything. Yeah, we announced the first one as a mixtape.
Before we had any
there
music
was
done.
no music at all.
Wow.
That actually was like him like putting a battery in our back, like, yo, we're making this. You know what I'm saying? Like the release date is out. Like either it happens or
That's all survival mode though, because we're in South Central. Like people were working shitty jobs. We're trying to like get out of that, figure it out. You know.
Now,
just moved to LA.
Kev, you're like, you know, like the RZA of the crew. You know what I'm saying? Like you're you brought everybody together, correct?
Yeah.
How much inspiration did you draw from like the Wu-Tangs or the Odd Futures before you that like obviously were great collections of artists, and you know there hasn't been, I don't want to call you guys a group because you guys are a boy band, all due respect, you know, you guys are a boy band.
Appreciate it.
But like there hasn't been a lot of collectives or groups that are so big that have been very successful, and you guys have figured out a way to do that, and that's a tough feat, you know, to accomplish.
Me, Romel, and Jabari, we met with Shay Pope like maybe
Shay? Yeah, from Good Music.
Yeah,
that's my guy.
Yeah,
Shout
like,
out to him.
Like 2 weeks before we
Amazing
started
guy.
working on Saturation, and Kiko's there too. Sorry, and I remember he was like, he basically said what you just said. He's like, you're like the RZA of what you made. I didn't really understand what that meant. I knew about Wu-Tang, but I wasn't like too familiar with like what everyone did. So, and also, a few months before that, someone told me like if whatever you're doing, you should study like what came before you, fully. So I went home and like looked up everything about RZA, and then I took that and tried to apply it to Brockhampton, and I feel like that fully shaped like what it is today, even like with our merch and like how we move with that and shit like that.
No,
So.
it's very like it I feel like you're like, I don't know who's doing the art direction. You yeah. I mean, you guys' whole entire brand is fucking fire. The merch, the live performances. Kevin, you specifically, when you're working on your solo shit, what is your like? How does your headspace change creatively from Brockhampton mode, working on Ginger, working on the Saturation projects, to when you work on your shit?
My solo stuff is all about like survival in a way. Like I'm trying to make something that could make me just feel better for myself. And when I'm doing stuff
therapeutic.
Yeah. When I'm doing stuff with Brockhampton, it's like I'm kind of going in like a, how can we make something that's true to us but also accessible? I'm not really thinking about accessibility when I'm doing my solo stuff. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Hey, when you say working on your stuff, it helps you feel better. Like, what do you mean? As far as like are you feeling like sat down, sad, depression? Like,
yeah, it's like personal stuff I wouldn't say on a Brockhampton song because there's so many of us. It might be easier for me to say it on a solo song, and I'm not really worried
It's more
about
personal.
Yeah, I'm not worried about like how people look at it once it's out.
Sure.
Okay, who like, let's break down, because a lot of people in the group. Who's the cleanest member of the group on tour? And who's the dirtiest?
Oh, let's go. This is a fun game.
I would say
I would say
Romilla the cleanest.
I would say John is the cleanest. John is clean to the point where it freaks me out.
Serial killer clean.
Yes. Yes.
Shout out to Dexter
John,
Vargas.
Big fact.
John is too clean.
And
It
who's the
scares
sloppiest
me.
motherfucker in here?
Like, get some on your shirt, don't give a fuck, like eating, you know.
I don't think it's anyone like that.
It's more messy.
All right, who's messy?
Y'all can say it.
We're being real, Dom.
I like you, Dom.
Y'all can say it.
Nah,
Just say it.
I can say it. My thing is I forget shit all the time.
Right.
That's what it is.
And you got the nerve to wear white.
He's not dirty. He's messy.
I just forget. This is all right. So Romel actually said this when we were in Tokyo the other day. He said, "I made a deal with the devil where I can remember all words, but I can't remember anything else." So
She just leave shit
that's where I'm
behind.
at right now.
I respect it. What Ginger, obviously sonically, how do you feel like you guys have grown from the last project? Because if I'm not mistaken, the last project was your guys' like first project on the label, right?
Yes.
On RCA. How did you guys grow from the last project to, you know, I feel like you know, you guys are in a crazy space right now, like sonically, as things changed, or you guys feel like you progressed at all on this project?
I would definitely say so. I feel like with our last record and it being the first like label release, speaking for myself and just when I hear back the music in hindsight, I don't know, it was just like it felt like a big step. and like a big shoes to fill. And I think that got in the way of a lot of things. But with this record, we just kind of quit caring and quit. We lived enough life to realize like what we really needed to say and what we needed to talk about, and like why we do the things that we do, and why we make music in the first
Almost
place.
like getting back to that saturation attitude.
100%.
Yeah,
It feels like it feels way more confident. It feels like to me, it feels like a coming out party or like a celebration, where it's like, cool, we're here now. Like we've arrived. This is us.
It's not just like an internet thing, you know. It's not a one-time thing, and it's not like it's not lightning in a bottle anymore. Like this is consistent,
And not just like as a group, but like different members individually have stepped up in ways that like I've never seen them before, and it's awesome seeing the growth in everyone over the past few years.
Who? I mean, say some names. Who do you think has stepped up?
I think Bari's fucking crushed it on this album in the production.
Big Bari
like
bops.
to the point where it's made me jealous and like made me really mad
So
as
you
another
saying-
producer in the
So you
group.
saying the beats before were weak?
No, I'm not saying they were weak. I'm saying they were great and they became even greater.
Well, I can like co-sign and attest to that too, because I mean, like watching my friends grow and watching them grow as musicians. You know, Jabari, from the Saturation series to Iridescence, a lot of the music that he made by himself, and he would show it to us afterwards. And this is the first time that, you know, he was producing records with artists in the room and like being confident in, you know, letting it blast to the speakers as having to be in his headphones.
Yeah,
you know?
so not even
like a dynamic shift
right.
too, you know.
Not even like just the beats, but just the way people stepped into themselves as like artists and creatives, and like how they were way more confident in the studio and way more secure in their ideas.
For sure.
And it was awesome to see. It's
Yo.
super uplifting.
The guy, Anthony Fantano, salute to him. He's your guys' biggest fucking fan in the entire world. That is really kind of like who like first kind of hit me onto y'all shit. I don't think he's ever given y'all anything below like an 8. I might be mistaken. I don't know if you guys even pay attention.
I don't know.
But how like...
No, he has. He gave my solo album a 6, and he gave
He
Iridescence
remember,
a 7.
he remember that shit. Hey, the homie Kev is petty as fuck. He gave us a 6.
Like something like him. Like, do you think like somebody like that played a role in like your guys' like buzz? Like, because
Yeah, definitely.
Anybody who
the most influential music reviewer.
Yeah. And anybody who's like taking the time out to like put videos on their channel where they like show people how they feel about the record, it makes people feel a little bit less alone if they have the same reaction, you know. So like
even if you don't
all that
agree with
stuff is
him, I
important.
just like appreciate it. Like, this guy obviously really listened to it.
The rate at which he listens to music and like processes it is like
Dedication.
is mind-boggling. I can't do that. I don't know how he does it.
Speaking of fans, like how much time do y'all set aside for meet and greets? Because y'all picture shit got to be crazy, right? People want solos. Like, is that a thing or?
Our first tour, really.
Our first tour, yeah, we did meet and greets every night.
Every show.
Was that 6 hours?
It was like
big group photos.
Yeah.
Okay.
It still took a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took all the pics. Shout out John.
Yeah.
Okay, and also on tour, like when y'all go out and like say you eating, right? Who pays the bill? Because I'm not splitting that shit up among.
Yeah, that's actually a good question.
Yeah, like who is anybody like?
These are the real
is it
questions
$20
people
a
want to
head
know.
No matter what you eat, like how do y'all do that shit?
That's a great question.
I'm throwing my card down every time, and if everybody else wants to, put it on top.
Split it 13 ways.
When's the last time you threw your card down here? Hey!
He's full of shit. When the last time you paid? You didn't even buy the Red Bulls.
You didn't put your
Give me that
card
Red
down
Bull.
in Japan.
Yo, that's crazy. Wait, Joba. Which one is Joba?
Right here.
Okay, Joba.
Hey.
You, on the new song, you talk about doing shrooms. You guys, as a group, you guys fuck with the hallucinogens at all? You guys on the wave, or is
I think it's like a person-to-person thing when it comes to any of that type of stuff.
anybody try ayahuasca in the group?
No, sir.
Or DMT?
I've tried DMT before.
I tried DMT as well, but I did it all wrong.
Oh, wow. What
I've
do you-
had
please
some
tell me about your trip.
Strange experiences.
Yeah, let's talk about y'all's DMT trips.
No, I tried it when I was like 16 years old, so I didn't know what I was doing.
What are you, 17 now?
24. So I knew that you had to get like a pipe where there wasn't direct heat.
Mm-hmm.
I I realized I couldn't bring myself to buy one of those pipes.
It's
'Cause
like a crackheadish thing to do, right?
so I
you're going to the
couldn't do
fucking smoke shop. You're like, let me get that people smoke crack with, but I'm not gonna smoke crack with it. I promise.
Yeah.
I'm not smoking.
I hear you.
So then I just put it on weed, sprinkled weed on top.
Oh yeah, you
another
crazy.
layer, a bunch of layers.
Wow.
So it didn't work like it's supposed to. It wasn't like a
facts.
It didn't
How was
drop
your
me out.
how was your
That sound like a
experience?
death
on-
cocktail.
with the
Yeah, I had some friends during college that were like really into like just experimenting with a lot of different stuff, and I was doing a trip with one of my friends. Actually, we were like tripping on something totally different, and he was like, "Yo, I have DMT," and I was like, "No way." And then it was probably like maybe 4 hours into that trip, I did see some DMT, and it was
Joe, did you write
pretty
any,
fucking
any
awesome,
of your
yeah.
music off of the on Ginger while on shrooms?
I did. Yes.
Which song can we listen to and try to tap in with the whatever vibe you were on?
Love Me for Life.
Okay, for sure.
It was just like breathing air and just like an honest breakdown internally, just about exactly where I was and like everything I was, I don't know, feeling like I needed to overcome, but just like wanted to expedite that process in a way. Not to sound like a psychopath, but just like, you know, sometimes in life you hit walls.
Right.
And I don't ever really go to that point, but for some reason at this period in my life it felt right. And I feel like I did come out of the other side, and through the process of working on the record, just got a better grip on what seemed untangible internally.
Wow. Yeah. No. I mean, shout out to everybody who's dabbled in you know in tripping, if you will, because I feel like it is a therapeutic thing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I think it's got a bad like stigma, and I don't think people in hip hop talk about it. You know what I mean? So I think it's.
I'm scared.
I mean, they just made it legal. I think in San Francisco, you could
really.
Yeah.
Yes, decriminalized in a couple of states.
In Denver, and I think in San Francisco you can get shrooms now. We're finna hit the bay and get some of them legal shrooms.
He said, really?
Denver.
Amsterdam. Have you ever done truffles in
Need 2
Amsterdam?
cases of that shit. ASAP.
Nah. Yeah.
Really?
Hey, what about is everybody originally from LA?
No.
Okay, so
From
We're
the Caribbean.
you guys all met here?
Caribbean.
No, we all met online actually. Probably like
Some of us met in school, some of us met online. Just
What's the school? Like, is it different schools or
different schools. Yeah.
Oh shit.
yeah,
So
high
like
schools.
Kevin.
I met John in
Jubba,
middle school, I think, or like
yeah.
high school.
Kevin, Jubba, Matt, a couple of those guys, Merlin, they all met in like middle school, high school.
Okay.
And then Romel and John met in high school or middle school.
Dom lived 10 minutes down the street from me.
Yeah,
so
and I
just-
met him when I was in college and he was in high school. Yeah, but we
Yeah.
still met online as well.
On
so it's
Facebook.
like, you know, it's all over the
That's
place,
crazy.
literally.
And Kev, you're from LA?
No, I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas.
Okay, shit.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about South Central, but you
Ian
guys,
is from LA.
That's what we
He's
like
from-
looked at when we first moved here.
so you guys moved here to pursue the music shit. Was Brockhampton already a thing when you moved here, or was that?
Yeah. We moved to San Marcos, Texas first. Like when I was done with high school.
Okay.
Some of them dropped out of college. We moved to a small town, and Joba was going to school there, right? And we, Texas State, yeah.
Sorry.
and we basically the goal was to like perfect the craft there in a way.
Right.
And when we felt like we were ready to go to LA, then do that.
Yo, that's got to take a lot of heart, man, because there's so many of y'all, and for you guys to all buy in to the same, you know, vision, especially because there's not like a blueprint that was like currently successful in hip hop for a bunch of dudes. You know what I'm saying? In a I don't want to call y'all a group, boy band, whatever you want to say. And you obviously being the leader and the visionary, that's like was there ever any time where certain members were like, you know, like, yo, I can't afford to do this shit no more? Did you have to reel anybody back in, or was there ever any sort of, you know, anybody who was here who maybe, you know, was on the brink of like, yo, I can't do this music shit. It's not working out at the moment.
It got like that in South Central.
Yeah.
When we were about to move, we were about to release Saturation 1, and I felt like a lot of money was coming our way, even though we had no money. And all the guys were working like shitty jobs and know how we were going to afford like moving out of South Central to like North Hollywood. And we had to move because like we're kind of getting pressed in the neighborhood for filming videos there without like permission. And what happened? It was me and you, and who else was talking about it?
We were also in the living room and talked.
It was us.
It was a big conversation, and I was like,
Well, because he truly believed we were about to make money and everything
Right.
was gonna go good, and then we were gonna move to this house where rent was way more, and I couldn't even fathom paying that much.
Like, how are we gonna do this?
Yeah, I
We
was
barely
like, I
pay
can't
now.
pay that much. I
exactly,
can't even.
exactly.
My job won't even pay for that if I work every day of the month. So in my head, I was like, I can't even say yes to being completely comfortable with doing that. But it worked
And I
out.
felt for him, but my whole shit has always been rooted in belief, like in delusion in a way. And I feel like it led us to this point.
No, for sure. I mean, look, you definitely visioned it. And,
The brand is heavy.
I mean, that's crazy. I just think it's admirable to see like you guys all stuck together because it's hard enough to be a single
Man, it's
solo
hard enough to be a
artist
duo.
and pay your bills out
You know
here.
what I'm saying?
And you know,
Yeah.
but for all y'all to still stay together, that shit is crazy, man.
Do y'all bump heads at all? Like as far as disagreements on like the record, somebody got a weak ass verse, you got to take it off. Like, how do you
That
decide-
happens all the time.
How do you
Happens all the time.
decide who gets the last say on who gets on the record, who got to wait on the next one?
It normally comes down to me, but we always talk about it as a group.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like if a majority of the group is into something, then like that comes first for me.
Has anybody gotten
Always.
butthurt, gotten their feelings about it? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think
It has
anyone,
to happen.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
happens.
people.
anybody
also, it's
creative that's putting their heart into like
Of
words, you know, if you're gonna have to have it change in some way, shape, or form, it could feel weird.
Artists are also mad fragile and sensitive,
Exactly.
you know? So like no
But-
matter what, it's gonna be a weird thing.
I'm
But
an
as
artist
a
and
leader-
I'm sensitive about my shit.
Yeah, as a leader, he's done a great job of being considerate and aware of the fact that, you know, everybody has something to say and giving everybody the chance to say that. Like the mic is always hot in any room that you go into when we're recording.
Mm-hmm.
You can record a 64 bar verse if you want to. That doesn't mean that we're gonna use that 64. He might hear 4 bars and repeat it 4 times, and that might be like you might think that like, you know, what are you doing with my idea? But then next thing you know, when the show translates and you see 10,000 people screaming that shit, you're like, yo, that made fucking sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like that's a testament to his ability and to our ability. You know what I'm saying? Like for him to be able to see that and for us to do that. You know,
A lot of it's also just rooted in like being a family, and it's like
for
you'll
real.
get into arguments, or you'll get hurt over things you get into with your family. But at the end of the day, that's all you have. So you push through, and a lot of it's also just rooted in trust. So like we're all able to let go of whatever we lay down and trust that whoever touches it next or whoever works on the song next will take it to where it needs to go.
I do feel like a natural collaboration or vibe that's gonna happen for y'all in the future if it hasn't already happened. I feel like he would fuck with y'all shit if I don't know if you know if he does or not, but has there been any sort of like
We have no
acknowledgement
idea.
from Ye?
No,
We
no
have
clue.
no idea. Yeah.
I just feel like that'd be like like Kanye.
Full circle.
That would be crazy, man. That'd be crazy.
That'd be
you guys-
amazing.
you
That'd be
guys
the end
are
of the
flung
movie.
all together. So
Yeah.
you know, there's no way he doesn't know who you guys are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so Ginger's coming out this next Friday, correct?
This Friday.
This Friday.
Tomorrow.
This Friday, tomorrow.
Basically tomorrow.
Same day as Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
That's one way to put it.
Hey, Taylor Swift, God bless her, man. She a young goat, you know what I'm saying?
I like her new single. Lover's a great song.
Shout out Jack.
Hey, I do want to commend, like not you specifically, but the rest of the members of the group, because like you are openly out, and like that's like a thing in hip hop where it's like taboo to talk about it.
Yeah.
But like for you to have a bunch of guys that's like rallied around you and fucking with you, even though that's like something that's like frowned upon in hip
Hip-hop
hop
is
and that type
I
of
mean,
thing.
it's evolved
I feel
a lot,
like that's dope. You know what I'm saying, for the rest of y'all.
It's a sign of the times. You know, like this should be normal. Everything about that should be normal. You know.
No,
I
I agree.
don't want to like overstep my boundaries to speak for you or anything like that. But
No,
like,
that's why I said not
as a
him
friend, this shit
specifically,
should
but
be
the rest
fucking
of y'all.
normal,
I want
you
to, give y'all that love too.
Yeah, to me it's like I never had to come out as a straight man. You know what I mean?
Fact.
Why does it have to be like that? So like if you know,
I just think
it's just normal.
I'm just glad, like in general, like hip hop has grown a lot, man. Just if you go back 10 years ago, like Kanye used to get clowned on for wearing pink polo shirts.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that as society grows, hip hop grows with it. Maybe a little bit slower on the learning curve, but nonetheless. What about on the? Are you guys voting in the election? Are you guys? How do y'all feel about the politics and shit?
Do you
'Cause
give a
obviously-
fuck?
You gotta care.
Yeah, you have to care. You can't not
Yeah.
care.
Is there one of these Democratic guys that you're fucking with right now, or is it like you guys kind of seeing how it shakes out?
I'm gonna see how it shakes out because there's so many candidates
There's
right
like
now.
fucking
Yes, too many.
72.
There's
It's like,
there's
it's like a Brockhampton amount of candidates.
That's
Right.
amazing.
Hella
It's like,
candidates.
it's like two of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like all run, you know, but
No, it's definitely important to care though.
What's up?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm not endorsing anybody, but shout out Tulsi Gabbard because she's not getting pressed.
and she a real one.
She real.
Yo, Tulsi Gabbard don't give a fuck. I
He said,
salute. Yo,
shout out
that's
to
some real
her.
shit. I fuck with Tulsi Gabbard. I fuck with Bernie. I fuck with Andrew Yang on the yeah. Andrew Yang is kind of hard.
Yang gang.
The Yang Gang, 100%, man. So the album's coming out Friday.
Same day as Taylor Swift.
Yo, something I always was curious about, like your guys is like the names of the songs, right? Why is it always one name and why is everything capitalized? Like, why is it always one word name songs for the Saturation?
That started
series?
on accident. Like the first 3 songs we made that were for Saturation. Yeah, they all have 4 letters, and like we kind of just we followed that theme because it looked nice, like aesthetically it just felt right.
Well, let's just keep it going.
So for the Saturation 2, we bumped it up to 5 letters, and Saturation 3 we bumped it up to 6 letters.
And did you guys like? One of my homies is like a really diehard fan of your guys's, and he was a little disappointed with the last album. Did you guys get that feedback from the fans? Like, it was a good project. Like, I fucked with it, but I feel like it wasn't on. I feel like the Saturation shit is like. Did you guys feel that as well? Like,
When we were
I know
making
he kind
it,
of
we
spoke.
knew,
He
I
kind of
think.
spoke on it. Like Joba kind of spoke on it. Like, you know, like was that something that you guys felt like maybe your approach was a little different because you knew it was like your major label debut?
A lot of stuff is mixed into that though. I think it was also just us being like, let's do a hard left and not make Saturation 4. Let's make exactly what we feel right now. We're in London, and like it kind of feels like we were in London when we made it. And we knew those songs weren't as sticky, right, as like Saturation songs.
But I still love that record.
Still stand by
Stand by
them.
it forever.
No, it's a good. You know, I just.
But
think-
yeah, we got that. We heard a lot of
Definitely
that.
got that, yeah.
And you feel it at the shows too. Like they're not responding to the music the same way they responded to Saturation, which didn't make us like doubt the record or anything. But it's like,
This is different.
it's different.
There is a Reddit speculation. Shout out to everybody who's on Reddit still. that Dominic Fike might be joining the group. Is this bullshit or is there any sort of credibility to this?
We said earlier, like there are a lot of people that are outside of the group that we consider family, and they're basically the group to
Okay.
us.
I mean, the manager's the group.
Exactly. You know.
So would you consider?
That's a soft yes.
Big time me in the group. To me,
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
just
Family.
yeah.
So
Family.
Same with our brother
Dominic Fike
Victor
is family.
Roberts.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes.
See on the album?
No.
No, not this one.
Have you guys tapped in? Obviously, you know, you guys did Flognall and Tyler. You know, one of the most amazing creative minds that you know the culture has ever seen. And you know, Odd Future. Like I was saying, like I feel like the only 2 collectives to really pull off what y'all are doing besides you guys are Odd Future and Woo. Like, what's your guys' relationship like with Tyler? And has he given you guys any advice? Just how to move as a unit, because you know, I know he's a fan. He booked you on his festival.
Yeah, like 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, early on, he would give us a bunch of advice just on like how to move with merch, how to put a good live show together. Yeah.
Yeah.
We never like made music or anything together, but
Is that something that is do you think that it is in the pipeline as a possibility? You guys collaborating? I feel like that'd be like a natural collaboration, even if it's just like on your shit, like your solo shit.
I don't think so. I think it's like, I don't know.
I have a question too. Like as a producer, like in the group and stuff like that, or all you guys are producers too. Like, are y'all allowed to produce outside of the group?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
Is it like that?
everyone's allowed
Yeah.
to do whatever they want
Yeah.
in and outside the group.
Yeah. Is it like oh, we want to keep that like in here, like give them the other shit, like they're on the Kanye shit. Keep the good beats for Brockhampton.
Oh yeah, Kanye literally has a thing like if a producer's under him, like well at least good. Like shout out to Che, they have to
They
gotta
run.
hold
turn the
it.
beat down. Like they have to say, nah, you can.
Damn.
Everything I make goes through Brockhampton first.
Okay.
Always.
So it's similar to what you just said.
Yeah,
in a
similar to
way.
what you
It's
said.
like the group always comes first. You know, it's kind of like an
But
unspoken
I don't
rule.
really view it as like I'm producing for a group. I kind of view it as like we're all in this together. And whenever I'm making
We're
this work,
bandmates,
yeah, we're a
you know.
band.
Got you.
So it never really feels like, oh man, I gotta turn this thing down because like Brockhampton, like we're all in it together.
Y'all split sheets got to look crazy.
Yeah.
Second time it's
Second
been
time
brought
today.
up today. That's wild.
You know, I'm just saying, like
feel y'all.
I think about that. I'm in the music business. So I'm like,
Right.
fuck.
Well, it's like how Kanye songs have 20 people in the credits.
No, 100%.
Right. No, I get it. That's why, I mean, he's one of the few people that I know of that, you know, work
Does
like
that,
that.
yeah.
So we just want to make the best song no matter what it takes. And if it takes 8 of us to work on it, then
Such
so
is
be it,
life.
as long as it makes the best song possible.
Facts, man. Kev, is there how much solo stuff are you sitting on right now, and is there any solo music coming down the pipeline that you have finished?
Not much. Not much. I like to do this more. I think it's more fun working with all of them.
100%.
Yeah, way more fun.
Yeah, I mean, what is it harder for you to perform alone? Because I feel like you guys have such a synergy on stage, like, and it's like a different dynamic. If you're, you know what I'm saying? Like, was that a hard adjustment for you to make?
I haven't performed by myself in a very long time, but I don't want to do it again. Really, like, there was talks of me like doing a solo tour for the last thing I put out, but I don't want to do that. It's way more fun. Like all of us on stage, the energy's like way better for me to feed off of.
Who's got the hardest verse on the album?
Victor Roberts.
The manager.
Oh yeah.
The manager got the hardest verse on the album.
No. So for real, who's in your
Our friend
Oh, yeah.
Victor? He's not even in the group, but he's in the group.
Victor?
At the same time.
How y'all doing?
How y'all doing?
Snap, bro.
Hey, you can't be that big with
Victor
that little
look like
voice.
Drew.
I had to deal with that shit my whole life, man. Little bitty boy.
Victor looked like Drew Gooden, my G. Motherfucker look like a power forward for the Bulls. What's up? Hey, he's the security guard, rapper, and
Yeah.
I used to be a bouncer at Saddle Ranch.
You the ambiance, you know.
in West Hollywood, Saddle Ranch.
Yeah.
Oh, I can imagine. Shit
18, I was up there bouncing, man.
get shit faced
Great.
at the Comedy Store, then go to Saddle Ranch. You know what I'm saying? Any plans for like any sort of TV shit or I feel like Wu-Tang, they're about to put out a show on Hulu. I feel like your guys' story is very compelling. Has there been even a documentary, anything like that's been discussed?
We made our own documentary
We made a couple.
last summer.
Yep.
I didn't catch it.
Made like
2
3.
documentaries.
Well, we never really put it out.
Oh,
Well,
we
the
did like
saturation ones out.
true.
Yeah, the saturation.
That's still kind of hard to find though.
Yeah, sort of.
But we're
Is it on
always
Cody.
we film everything.
I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
Okay.
I'm
I
sure
think
it's
Cody's
findable.
dead, man. I think there's other ones now.
Yeah.
By the way, this is that pirate talk. You feel me?
Oh yeah. My shit still work. I don't know about y'all shit.
What's going on?
Hey,
It's
no,
funny how we all know about Cody.
Yeah.
And we live in LA. Fuck the movie.
Yeah. Hey, no, some real shit though. I wanted to ask you as far as like if you can get some advice to maybe a kid to look up to you, because I got a little cousin that is not really ready to be who he is and shit like that. Just any advice that you would give to somebody that's probably looking at you and who you are, what you represent.
I wish I was able to look myself in the mirror and tell myself that I was gay before I told the rest of the world or my friends. So I feel like being real with yourself should come first. And it's really hard to be real with yourself in those moments.
Fair
That's
enough.
what's up.
Yeah.
For sure. Appreciate it.
Is it like obviously I know your boyfriend is also kind of like high profile. Is it like a little harder being like somebody in hip hop who comes out and then also being in a high profile relationship at the same time?
I'm so I share everything about my life, so it's like
Yo, listen, my favorite tweet, I have it here. Yo, to those who think I only rap about being gay, you're right. That's all I can and want to rap about. Go listen to some straight shit if you don't want to hear me talk about sucking my boyfriend's dick.
West Coast.
That is the most legendary. That's the most legendary tweet of all time.
hey, thank you.
And I
Thanks.
fucking respect it, man.
Definitely.
Yo, but real shit, man. You guys are a jewel. You guys are like,
Thank you.
I still feel like you guys are underground, which is a weird thing to say because
We
you guys,
are.
We
you
are.
guys, but you guys are doing shit that like
Oh, we are.
a lot of people can't do. You guys have,
The underdogs.
We just came off tour in Japan.
and I bet you it was fucking crazy.
It was.
Mad
By the
was-
way,
it was amazing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mosh pits in Japan, crazy.
Man,
The
I can
mosh pit in
imagine.
Japan is
A lot
crazy.
more people could fit in the mosh pit. our Asian producer Nico's not here,
Yo.
and that was a joke. I'd only feel comfortable making in front of him, so I don't know if that makes me racist for saying that. Nonetheless, yo, for real, you guys are amazing. And like I said, you know, I it's crazy that more like you guys are such a thing, but like, you know, still not yet. You know, to like just the normal hip hop consumer. So. You know, it's dope. You guys are doing these
It's
radio
coming,
interviews.
Yeah, thank you for having us here.
And you listen. You guys are gonna do other radio interviews, and they're gonna be corny as shit.
West Coast.
And you guys are gonna be
fun.
like, "What
West
the
Coast.
fuck are we doing?" But
We're
you know,
bootleg. That's what we're gonna say.
just keep doing your thing, man. And hey, keep fighting the good fight for good music.
Love.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Before we get out of
Thank
here,
you.
before he spills some barbecue sauce on his white.
Oh, by the way, real quick, guys. Everybody in here try the Popeyes chicken sandwich?
Nope.
They were talking about that.
We talked about
talked
it
about it
last
though.
night.
It's a vibe.
Is it
Yeah,
good?
fuck with it.
It's a vibe.
It's
Is it better than Chick-fil-A?
factual.
Well, the one we did a taste test.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it definitely is hidden.
I'm not sure the chicken is fresher.
Nah.
I'm not sure that.
I
But
gotta ask a question. All sauces considered though.
yo, so
No sauce.
we
just
tried
ran
it
straight
just
up.
as you order.
What
it.
I've
That's the best.
what I've heard, the secret is you're supposed to put the mashed potatoes on the bread, and that's like
Oh,
then
That
you
sounds
do
like
that.
some real fat ass. See,
Listen, I saw this shit on Twitter, bro.
Shit, you
You haven't even eat this shit yet. Y'all ate it.
getting this shit out.
like we out here. Brockhampton.
West Coast.
Brockhampton. Incredible.
Ginger.
Ginger.
Ginger season.
Oh, that was fun.